I've never once gotten these on the first try, but here we go. Week 2 in the books. We got Briggs and Scott sitting at 2-0. We got Kyle and Sutton sitting at 0-2. The rest of the league's at 1-1. 10 people. It's beautiful to see. Kyle starting this shitty is really validating for me. And seeing Scott as number 1 feels good. Never thought we'd see that. So yeah, we'll get into it. First to start, I have a guest speaker, Mr. Cal Clary. He was the lowest scorer this week. Very ugly week. I think he got beat by 60, as you'll see later. And I requested a few comments from him as the manager of the lowest scorer this week. He wanted a punishment or something. Here we go. He gets to talk.
Fellas, it was not a great showing for Cinco last week. Rob put belt to ass. Things didn't go right. Ford asked me to make a video about what I could change to get this turned around for next week. So I've made a quick list of things I'm going to do, as well as some public service announcements to get me going. So real quick. Alright, I couldn't flip it, so I just sent 2 videos instead. So public service announcement 1, Pushan, still a pussy. Absolutely still a pussy. Cannot believe you still have not run that 5K in a suit. You should be kicked out of this league. Pussy. Rob, enemy number 1. You're at the top of my hit list now. If Rob goes missing, you know who did it. Kyle, you're still my bitch. Still always will be. I appreciate the week 1 win. Makozy, I'm looking for a upset this week on you. I'm not too sure what that looks like yet, but I'm going to get there. Anyways, some other things. I will never pick up the Bears again. They're absolute garbage. Their defense is trash. Sorry, Hayden. For a trade, I have Kenneth Walker, the greatest running back to ever exist, a.k.a. the GOAT. So if anyone wants him, you can pick him up. Now, I am going to expect fair trade value. So if you're sending something over, it should be along the lines of like a Marvin Harris Jr. Or a Saquon Barkley. Next, Isaac Tesla. Isaac Tesla is wide receiver 3 right now for the Lions and about to be wide receiver 1. So if you like investing in tall white boys, hit me up. As well as Bill. Ford, I'm looking at you. I know you're foaming at the mouth. Your old ass running back, Austin Eckler's down. Bill is the main guy in the back. How bad do you want it? Fellas, that is it. That's my plan. I'm sticking to it. One more time. Here for just for the people in the back. Pushan is a pussy. 5K.
Yes, Cal, thank you for those inspiring words about how you're going to turn your team around and about what a pussy Pushan is. The league very much appreciates you helping to make this video today. Let's start getting into the recap. All right, first matchup. I got this one correct. I predicted Rag would beat Pushan, and he did pretty handily. I knew I liked Rag's matchups today. I don't know why I'm not moving myself. All right. Arizona versus Carolina was a ridiculous game. Arizona almost choked it. Ridiculous. I thought Jettas was going to look better, but JJ sucks, and now he's hurt, and holy crap, he was bad. Fuck. All right, well, that's staying in. Bless me. Anyway, I like Tat. But Rag's team was fine. Javante's great. But Pushan's team, I'm concerned about. Derrick Henry will go back to his old self. He just got a little bottled up by the Browns defense. But I'm worried. I'm worried about Mike Evans for one. Mbuka seems like he's wide receiver 1 now. I'm worried about Olave. They're not going to keep getting in shootouts. And I'm worried about A.J. Brown. I think the Eagles might have turned into the Chiefs from the past 2 years, where they just basically don't do anything, and then you just look up at the end of the game, it's like, oh my God, they won again. And then they're going to go 15-2 and go to the Super Bowl no-brainer. But they're not fun anymore. Like, Saquon's still good, but the passing game has no juice. They just grind you out, and then you just think, oh, we're in it, and then you just look up and it's like, yeah, we never had a chance. So I think the Eagles are basically just going to do that to everyone this year, and that does not bode well for A.J. Brown owners or Devontae Smith owners, of which I am one. So Pushan, that's scary. We'll have to be on the lookout for that. Rag, good win. Proud of you. 1-1. Better than Rag and Pushan can normally say. All right, since Cal talked for so long, I'm going to go through these a little bit faster, just so I can try and keep it in 2 videos. But Scott, 2-0, my guy. Let's go. And you took down Brett. Oh, that's so. This was the best matchup for the league. Scott going to 2-0. Brett getting knocked off his little high horse. Scott, your team, Justin Herbert. He's been a beast ever since he started dating Madison Beer. We do not blame him. Yeah, he's been awesome. Achane is basically the only person who's good on the Dolphins. He is the Dolphins' offense. He catches everything. He's a dog. And, and Stafford is force-feeding Devontae Adams. And he's force-feeding Puka Nacua. And Kyron Williams is getting touches. The Rams' offense is fun for fantasy. The only thing, I'd be a little nervous about Drake London. I don't know why he's been so bad. But every play the Falcons' offense run is just Bijan. He's going to catch it. He's going to run a route. He's going to barrel over 8 people and get 9 yards. It's awesome. Bijan's awesome. I'd be nervous about London. Good win. Brett, this team is ass. I think you got so lucky week 1 getting a win. You should probably be 0-2. I have written down here, running backs are so. I wrote down 11 so's, and then I wrote the word bad. I think this is the worst running back room in league history, and you just got very lucky that Jordan Mason is now the starter because Aaron Jones is on IR. It's the only thing saving you. Just the wide receivers are fun. Lamar's fun. I don't expect Waddle to have many more giant games like that, but you really don't know. Who knows? Dolphins are weird. Yeah, I don't like Brett's team. And Scott, starting the Giants defense against the Cowboys offense was such a weird play. There's a couple more weird defensive plays later on in the video, but I'm going to try and get one more in this one before we move on. Good win, Scott. Let's go. All right, next game, Maish versus Clay. My self-proclaimed game of the week was a injury-filled stinker. Maish, I predicted you to be a bottom-tier team, and you are smashing expectations. You're horrendous. You're very shitty at this. What else? Yeah, so the real thing here is that both these guys lost their quarterback. Obviously, Maish's is much worse because Jaden just has like a little knee thing where he's like day-to-day, week-to-week. We should probably sit him, but who knows. Burrow's done. I think he's done the whole fantasy season. I don't even know if he's worth an IR stash, but we'll see what Maish does. So Clay got the better of the QB battle there. His QB's still going to be around, and he got the better of the Patriots backfield. And I think me and everyone else on the planet thought that Henderson was going to take it over, but Josh McDaniels loves Stevenson, and Stevenson, to his credit, has been fucking sick. He's been weirdly dynamic. I don't get it, but that's clearly his backfield until someone takes it. And like I said earlier about the Rams, Kyle had Puka. They're awesome. A little nervous about Travis Hunter, who apparently Brett has a weird vendetta against now. I don't know. Everyone in this league just hates things. Just blind hatred towards things. Granted, I hate a lot of things too, but I like to justify my hatred. A lot of my friends just hate shit. It's pretty fun. But yeah, Clay's team, Kyle's team, not much to get excited about. Still starting Pitts in the flex. DK is not going to be good. Judy, I thought was going to be awesome, does not look good. If I was both these teams, I'd be very nervous. Mostly Kyle, because no Joe Burrow. Travis Hunter does not look good. Laporta, even in that blowout, Laporta didn't look good. Everyone looked good on the Lions except Laporta. I don't even know how. Brock Wright had a touchdown, I think. Yeah. Tough scene for Laporta owners. I almost reached on him, too. Fuck you, Kyle. Good win, though, Clay. Getting on the board. 1-1. Love that for you. Wow. All right, hand up. This one's on me. Hayden, I basically made my entire video last week giving you shit. So bad that I think TikTok had to do like a review on it and like take extra time to let it upload. Like I was really mean to Hayden. And yeah, he kind of shut me up here. Highest score this week. Absolutely dog walked Ish, who I thought was going to be, and still think has one of the best teams in the league. But yeah, Hayden, his bench, I called it in my draft recap. Deepest team in the league. It came up clutch this week. He plugged in Warren, who has gotten all the touches. Caleb Johnson's career might be over now. Ridley plugged in for a solid 8, whatever. Hayden also got Juwan Johnson, who is probably going to be the most impactful waiver wire of the season. I would assume if Hayden's got a good team, and it's because of, at least in a little part, Juwan Johnson, we don't have a lot of good waivers, and he just snagged up tight end 2 maybe off waivers. So we'll see. We'll see how that works out. Yeah, this was basically just a Russie moonball to neighbors masterclass. Hayden was just sitting there just, overtime, yeah, moonball. Yeah, I'll take more points. Sure. I mean, I still don't know about Hayden's team. I think Penix, is awful. He's just a Bijan merchant, which is fair. Win games on Bijan's back all you want. He's awesome. But, So I'm not sure how I feel about this team, but hand up. Shouldn't have disrespected Hayden like that. That one's on me. Ish, tough loss. Not like you were one of the lower scorers or anything. 112 is very respectable in our 14-man league. Kyler didn't look great. I will say that. 14 is fine, but Courtland Sutton, what is going on with the Broncos offense? If a Broncos fan, Ben Harris, my buddy, if you see this, let me know. Why are the Broncos shitty on offense? It is befuddling to me. I thought Bo was... I hate Bo, but I thought he was going to be pretty sick. Thought Sutton was a lock, consistent wide receiver. Maybe they'll get it together. They ran into that weird magic of Danny Dimes. Maybe they'll be fine. You got bailed out by a Swift touchdown. That was lucky. Otherwise, he looks horrible. Worst vision on the fucking face of the planet. And a Kyron Williams touchdown would have been nice. But otherwise, you just kind of got outplayed here. Hayden's team popped off. You can't beat 37 from neighbors. Good showing from both these lads. Hayden, sorry. All right, now here we go. Like I said, Cal, lowest score. He got absolutely worked here by Rob, who requested an apology in the group chat, and I told him I apologize. So right now, I would just like to apologize again. For nothing. Fuck you, Rob. That was all a setup. I texted you, a little cute apology. No, fuck you. I don't apologize for anything. You're a fluke. You're shitty. Fuck yeah. That was like 36 hours of planning just for that stupid little bit. Fuck you, Rob. Now I'm going to have to actually apologize because that was too mean. But whatever. Rob sucks. Jonathan Taylor's been awesome. Like I said, talking about Hayden and Eshawn's matchup, maybe he's just caught up in the Danny Dimes, like magic juju, but he's been sick. Pickens looked good, but everyone for fantasy looked good in that game. They were just airing it out to everyone. So is Pickens back? Did he just have that game? I don't know. Rome Odunze, DJ Moore just needs to get shipped out. It's clear that Caleb doesn't like him. It's clear that Caleb likes throwing to Odunze, and then you can get Luther Burden involved, and not just because he's on my bench. These two worry me for Rob. O'Marion Hampton has looked legit bad. He's looked so bad that it might be Najee Harris time. And Najee Harris is horrendous. And Brian Thomas Jr., it looks horrified to be on a football field. So wouldn't feel good if I was you, Rob, about those two. Over here on Cal's team, and obviously all joking aside, I think Rob's team is significantly better than Cal's. Cal's got an interesting team here. They're both solid. Cal had a bad week. J.J. McCarthy probably wasn't going to be a long-term fantasy play anyway, but now you don't have to choose. You can plug in Danny Dimes. If he keeps playing awesome, you might thank God that you got to lose J.J. McCarthy. This is like my 4th time talking about Bijan this episode. He's fucking awesome. I have him in another league. Everything he does looks so sick. Cal loves Kenneth Walker. He thinks he's the second coming of Jesus Christ. I think he just got lucky against the Steelers. The Steelers defense might be just horrendous. Yeah, another group chat moment. Kyle said the Steelers defense, people were saying it was going to be historic. Nobody was saying that, Kyle. You're insane. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Anyway, Hunter Henry's not an option. DJ Moore's not an option, but Egbuka is awesome. Cal has a lot of fun storylines. But before I move on, because I'm running out of time, the biggest dumbass move ever, the stupidest decision to start someone ever, was Cal Clary deciding to start the Bears defense against the Lions. We're not in a 32-man league. There was other defenses available that weren't missing. Jalen Johnson got ruled out midweek. Anybody who follows at all saw that. They have a shitty defense. And Hayden was like, yeah, you know what? Going up against one of the best... Cal, my bad, not Hayden. Thinking Bears. Going up against one of the best offenses in the league in a revenge game against the coach that just left them. I'm going to toss out this shitty defense. You're an idiot, Cal. I have to move on now because I'm running out of time. But Jesus Christ. There's a lot of hate coming from me on this matchup. Love you too, but Jesus Christ. All right, I'm going to talk about this one very, very fast. Mikosi, I picked you to win. That was stupid because the Jets stack was not the play. I think maybe the Jets were just Steelers defense merchants because Fields looked horrible, got injured, and obviously because of that, Garrett Wilson looked horrible. Travis Kelce, other than losing the game for them, looked pretty good. He looks okay. Debo's the only good-looking commander. Nico looked a little bit back to form, although I think C.J. Stroud, without a decent offensive line, might just be not great. Yeah, fun team. I think both these teams are still good. Mikosi, bad week, injury. Plug in a new quarterback, let's move on. Thomas's team is weird because on one hand, I really like Hurts, but if he's only going to be throwing for 100 yards a game, you're really relying on him to get a couple touchdowns with his feet, so he'll probably keep that up. But like I said, the Eagles might just become like, we're going to win this game 9-2, and you're never going to really have hope. So we'll see. Marvin Harrison returned to form. This was basically just Amon-Ra and J-Mo combining for 58 points, and then you got the Tucker Kraft game. One of my best calls ever. I said on Thursday, Tucker Kraft is going to eat our fucking lunch, and he did. So, good win, Thomas. Mikosi, oof, that was tough, but we'll see. The boys will be back. This is what I get for leaving myself for last. I'm running out of time, and I really want to talk about my team. I have so many notes. Anyway, I'll start with Sutton. Sutton, 0-2. This team is bad. Bo Nix actually had an okay fantasy game. Barkley's always going to be good. Breece Hall, Jets. Ladd and Terry both still have a lot of upside, but haven't gotten it going. Mark Andrews needs to be cut from your team, and he needs to be cut from the Baltimore Ravens. He is horrendous. And no offense to Mac Jones, but Ricky Pearsall might become unplayable if Mac keeps playing. Sutton's team's bad. Let's talk about me now. Sorry, Sutton. I got it done without Josh Allen, basically. 11 points, not going to happen very often. It was James Cook. That run was sick. It was Jamar Chase. Browning got in there. To Brett's point, Brett brought this up. He said maybe Browning's not the worst option. He's just going to throw it to Jamar. He just fucking dump. Jamar, 14 catches. ETN, another one of my proud takes. I wanted him in every league. I thought he was going to be awesome under Cohen. I thought he was easily going to take control of that backfield, and so far he has. Tutin's been awesome as well, but this is ETN's backfield right now. The problems with my team, I've talked about the Eagles, so I'm scared about Devontae. Evan Ingram might be a drop. Same as Mark Andrews. Just drop him. Again, Broncos fans, somebody help me. What's going on with the Broncos offense? And then finally, Tony Pollard gets every single running back touch. He plays every game, every second, every snap, and he had 92 yards, 9 fantasy points. No receptions, not a single reception, no chance at a touchdown. He needs to get in the end zone. I'll feel confident about him. So yeah, here is what I'm at right now. I went 3-4 again, so 6-8 overall. I got my matchup right. That makes me feel better. I've gotten both my matchups right, actually. Shout out depressingly picking against myself week 1. But yeah, so we're looking at another fun week here, week 3. Stuff's going to start getting solidified. All my bad takes in the past will probably come back to bite me. And yeah, I'm excited. I'll put out my predictions tomorrow or Thursday right before I go to Rudy's for the game. So yeah, love you fellas. Rob, I'm actually sorry. I didn't mean to be that mean to you.